I think that Ali's going to take the 5K no matter what the weight is, no matter who it's against.
Got a super dangerous Choi bar. That's probably the move that she's most well known for.
She's Choi barring everybody. Everybody's getting Choi barred. Or straight ankle. I say what I say.
Give it up for Ali Wolski.
Yeah, and listen, B team is no longer. It's Simple Man now. The days of the B team are over. She's representing Simple Man martial arts. Nikki Ryan in her corner.
Hey, my name is Ali Wolski. I'm a purple belt out of B-Team Jiu Jitsu here in Austin, Texas. I've been training at B-Team for about 3 years, and I've been training in total for 4 years. I moved from Massachusetts to Colorado and then to Texas.
Texas for the B-Team?
Yep. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's cool, but crazy. Yeah. You're 1 year into Jiu-Jitsu and you're
less.
Amazing.
I got my blue belt and then came here. B-Team's a lot different than the gym I trained at before, just because it has more fun vibe. The original gym I was at was like very traditional gi school, and then this is the first time that I trained no gi. But yeah, it's a lot of fun here. Definitely love it. All right, so before jiu-jitsu, I was actually coaching competitive freestyle like park snowboarding for kids. And I actually moved out to Colorado to do that, which is where I found jiu-jitsu. Started training and then kind of quit the whole snowboarding thing and then just started doing this full time. I remember my very first class out, it was in the gi, and I learned how to do a Toreando pass, which I pretty much never use now. But yeah, it was fun. I think I also learned like a kimura or something like that. And then I remember my first class here, I was like, felt so weird because I had never trained no-gi. So I was like, didn't know how to do anything, how to move, whatever. Everything felt very fast. I didn't know what to hold on to. But yeah, got easier after that.
Was there like a moment where you realized, oh shit, I'm really good at this?
No, but I don't know. I guess I never really felt that. I started competing like 3 months into training, won the competition in the absolute and in the regular division, and just kept competing for the next like 6 months, and then I came down here.
You know, she's very submission oriented. I think it's a pretty rare occasion for Ali to win on points.
I think like if I couldn't compete, I don't know if I would train like as often as I do. Yeah. I love competing, so. And then probably like my most like notable win was on WNO versus like Natalia Santoro. I was able to finish via Choi bar. So I actually was supposed to be on WNO at one point against Helena Cravar. I broke my leg skateboarding, had to pull out of that match. I was super like sad because I couldn't train for like almost a year. And then one of my best friends, Katie Bohenik, sent me a Choi bar, and she was like, you should learn this. I feel like you'd be good at it. So then I went on like YouTube, watched a video of like Lachlan and Craig Jones teaching the Choi bar. I think I watched like 2 minutes of it, and then I was just like obsessed. So then I started just practicing it here all the time, and then I started hitting it in competition. The first one I hit was actually at that West Coast Trials, and then I was able to just pretty much hit it every single competition now.
I have to keep yelling at her to start trying new things in comp, but you know, this is a big one, so we'll definitely see at least the Choi bar, and I'd assume some leg block.
If I was not number one seed, I would be like, okay, whatever. Like there's nothing to lose here. But no, I think I'm still fairly confident. Or very confident. Cut that out. No, I'm still very confident. I'm just excited to compete. No. I have no problem competing at a higher weight. I'm actually competing on PGF this Wednesday for a 145 title. I'm like 129 right now. This entire year I've only done absolute brackets because I literally can't find anything else. So I'm just used to it at this point, and I'm excited. I usually train at the noon class, which is like the pro training.
B-team purple belts are like black belts already at any regular gym.
It's always like pretty high intensity. There's a lot of men that are way bigger than me, so I get pretty exhausted quickly. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's like having a bunch of older brothers, so it's always a good time. I train like 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, every day at noon, Saturdays at 11, and then Sundays, if I'm feeling a little extra, then I'll go do like an open mat somewhere.
You fight Nikki Rod and like Ethan Krellison. You just seen her going against Liam. Like, it should never be a problem. I don't think it should be a problem for girls because it's a male-dominated sport. You're going against guys half the time. If your biggest concern is that the girl is a couple pounds heavier than you, you should be looking at something else. So I think she's going to be fine. I don't think the weight difference is going to matter much. I got full confidence in Ali Wolski. I don't think nobody's going to give her a hard time.
What I think separates Ali is no matter who she fights or what weight she fights, I know that she's going to be able to find an opening and she's going to be able to submit anybody. She's really good bottom, top. She can play any position. So I definitely have to watch out for her Choi bars in practice.
Super quick break. We started Warehouse Jiu Jitsu less than a year ago, and somehow we've already sold over 1,000 rash guards, which is wild because half the time we don't even know what we're doing. Now again, we're trying something new. running comps. Our first one has a £5,000 prize pool, all funded by our £13 rash guard. It's cheap because it's basically a walking billboard paid for by the brands backing our paid comps. If you want to see more events like this, grab one. It's the cheapest rashie out there and it helps us keep athletes pay first.
Biggest influences, for starters, my coach Nicky Ryan is a big one. He teaches me pretty much everything at this point. Or he has taught me pretty much everything at this point. He actually just taught me I had a high step pass, which is like one of my new favorite things to do. So definitely like watching him. Then also Damian Anderson too. He's more on the MMA side now, but just like his work ethic is really inspiring to me. So I like to watch Damian and try to take after him in that kind of way.
Do you think it's an unfair advantage that you're a purple belt at a gym like the B team in comparison to like your average purple belt?
Yeah. Probably. Yeah, I think so. But also I haven't been training that long, so it's like you could argue, yeah, I'm at B team and it's one of the best gyms in the world, but also I've only been training 4 years and not a lot of people are even purple belts by then, so it's like the trade-off is there. My parents don't train at all, but they stayed up the entire weekend watching CJI. Like they love watching the guys that my parents, or my mom and dad actually, yeah, they're both huge fans of all the guys on the team, so they'll watch any of their competitions. They're always watching mine. If I'm ever competing in the East Coast where they are, they'll come out and watch. So yeah, they definitely support it. So I run an event with one of my friends. His name is Freddie. He also trains here. We run an event called BJJ World Championship. It's a name taken after his like Instagram that he runs. It's like a meme account. But then we made a competition with the same name. It's all CGI rule set. We actually just had one a couple months ago. That was a team event, like quintet style, just like the regular CGI was. But yeah, it's been super fun. We have had like a lot of people. We get really good sponsors to help us out too. So we've been able to pay athletes quite a bit, not as much as you guys, but still trying to pay out athletes as much as possible. I think we do a good job of having interesting matches. So because we're like really well acquainted with all the people in Austin and like in the surrounding areas. We definitely like know a lot of people in jiu-jitsu, so it's really easy for us to find these people, to match them up and make interesting matches that people want to watch. Some goal of ours is to find a bigger venue at some point. We're really lucky that B Team lets us use the mat space here because it is, you know, fairly big, but it's also, we want to be able to have more of a crowd, maybe a couple of different matches going on at a time, like some kids, adults, whatever. But yeah, it's definitely, it's growing. We're only on our we're about to have our 5th event, so we're on our way. If people were more active on their like social medias, I think it's like, I know it's like kind of cliche and annoying and oversaid, but like I think a lot of people lack in that department, so there's not really like a brand created and associated with each athlete, so then they don't really become exciting to watch because you want to watch somebody who you feel like a personal connection to, even if it's just online. So I think like if people were better about creating their own personal brand, that would make, you know, the jiu-jitsu scene grow a bit more. So my main job with them is just producing and managing the Simple Man podcast. So I will record the actual podcast, edit the video, post it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Comes out every day, Monday, 9 a.m. Central. Or every week, sorry, Monday, 9 a.m. Central. And then I do like their clips and everything. I manage some of the guys separately as individual athletes. Mostly just like their social media, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. I also work for Damian separately. He owns a B Team New Jersey, and then I do like lead management for him too. So a bunch of different stuff.
This is my favorite clip of Ali. The way she switches from attacking one arm to another is so slick. And athletes like her are already sponsored by bigger brands like Level Black, so this content doesn't really help us. We do it because, like Ali said, comps are way more fun when you know the people competing. If you want to see more content and paid comps like this, check out the £13 sponsored rash guard in the description. I'm very thrilled to say that one of the sponsors on the rash guard is the Treatment Table, who are miracle worker physios. You might be able to see me in the background. I broke my arm just weeks before we filmed in America. The Treatment Table have been a huge help in my recovery. Will has used them too, and he has recommended their services to friends long before the sponsorship. And now they're even backing our paid comp. That's business I'm proud to have on the rash guard.